So when did you understand that you had a gift and it was being a comedian? When did you get that?
I remember doing my first gig when I was 18 and going, I think I know how to do this. It's sort of that, yeah, I just felt so relaxed doing it. I kind of,
Really?
yeah, totally. It was sort of this weird thing of like, I was quite good at football when I was a kid. I was nowhere near your son's level, but I was all right.
Yeah.
And I felt a real freedom when I played football. Like you
I didn't know that.
I was all right, but you, as in, you don't think about tomorrow or yesterday, you're kind of so in the zone. And then I got to like 18 and sort of realized it's like, I'm just nowhere, it's never gonna happen. And alongside that, I was kind of writing jokes.
Was you in the league? Was you mum and dad taking you football? Was it like that?
Yeah. So I played like the highest level. I played for like Basingstoke Town, so like sort of semi-professional. I played for their reserves. So that was as high as I got when I was 17.
Okay.
It's just all right, fairly decent. Do you know what I mean? I've got a decent touch, but and loved football and just so I've always been that kind of a kid where I found a thing and I was like, right, well, I'm just going to do that then. Like you find football when you're 8 and you're like, well, I don't need to do anything else. This is I was that kid with the ball, you know, kind of everywhere. And then I kind of got into stand-up when I was like 14 and was writing jokes. And then when I was 18, I plucked up the courage to go and do it. Partly because there was a boy at our school called Chris Raymond, who was our head boy, and he died in a car crash. And he was such a kind of like super handsome head boy, clever, smart. Everyone liked him, and suddenly he was gone. So it was a real kind of right. What's the worst that can happen? Go and do that gig. Stop being afraid. Don't tell anyone. Go and do it. So I kind of went with this thing of like, right, I can say I've done it, and if it's shit, it's shit, doesn't matter. And I did it, and it was like this kind of sort of slightly outer body moment where you're sort of looking at yourself and kind of like you're like this gawky little fucker and your eyes are everywhere, but people are laughing, and you're like, whoa, I'm kind of good at it. I could feel that, you know, like Neo in the Matrix. It was a bit like I could just feel the control. You know, it certainly wasn't like that. For the first 5 gigs, it was like, yeah, this is easy. And then the 6th gig, fucking like that. And it's just like, you shit. And you deal with that, which is the weirdest feeling when you just go, you know, you're 18, there's 200 people in a room. I remember this very vividly, Jesters in Bristol, just utter silence, complete.
And you're at home as well?
No, so I'm on stage, and in this moment I crumble, and I'm broken.
But when I mean your own hometown?
Mate, yeah, this is it. I'm a kid, I'm not getting paid. I'm 18 years old. And I wander off the stage to utter silence. And this has never happened. The first 5 gigs have been amazing, so it's gonna be great for me. It's so awful that I sort of sit in the dressing room surrounded by all these kind of not famous, but professional comedians. And they've all been through what I've been through, so they're like, yeah, it's all right. And they're like hardened, shit happens. And I'm there going, ugh. But not knowing how to deal with it. Yeah. But that's what happens to all of us, that you have that moment of real, you know, you miss the penalty. Yeah. You miss the penalty in the penalty shootout. Somebody gets round you.
What did it do to you?
It made me realise that I had to work a lot harder because I wasn't as naturally gifted as I thought I was. And that I have to work hard to ensure that I don't feel that pain again, because the first 5 felt electric. So I can't be complacent. I have to, and then I watched these professional comics that I was on who were brilliant, and I was like, and I watched them at the back, and I was like, right, how do I get to be as good as that? How can I figure it out? And then you kind of put yourself back together and you go again.